Hi friends, I'm Jared Petty. This is ReCollection, the show where I show off my video game collection as I rebuild it one game at a time. So long ago I took a job at IGN, and to help fund that cross-country trip I sold my video game collection, and now I'm very slowly rebuilding it. And today we're playing the 1988 NES classic Contra. Contra based on a 1987 Konami arcade game. We'll get into that in a minute, but right now we're going to start with that oh so famous code, up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, start. There we go. Got a proper, look at that, 30 lives. So this gives me 30 lives with 3 continues, a total of 90 lives to get through Contra. There was a time that I could practically one life Contra, but I have not practiced for this. So be ready to watch me die. We may not even make it to the end. This is actually the first time I've really played Contra in a while. Why is Contra good? Why am I showing it off here on ReCollection? Well, I just recently got this cartridge back in my collection. And, oh, see, I've already died, but that doesn't matter because I've gotten the only weapon that matters in Contra, the spread gun. You have a wide variety of weapons in Contra, but there's really not much reason to use anything but the spread gun and the machine gun. I lost my R, which is rapid fire, which combines with the spread gun, and that's actually going to cripple me until I get a new one. I don't want that F down there, that's fire. Okay, I'm jumping all over the place here. And again, guys, I am a terrible streamer. I apologize for the sound quality, so please bear with me. And also, every now and then I will have to pause and take a peek to look at your comments. All right, why is this game good? Why am I playing this, of all things, when it's not particularly rare and not particularly noteworthy in terms of being like some kind of oddity? Well, because Contra is just great. It is solid. It is just about perfect. On the NES, there's the R I wanted and didn't jump for. On the NES, there are several examples of video games that were okay arcade games that became great NES games, and Contra is one of those. Gryzor, or Contra, the arcade game, is not actually as good as the NES version, even though it's prettier. The main reason for that is that NES Contra is built, oh no, oh that was terrible, is built around a horizontal 4x3 screen, whereupon the arcade game is built around a vertically inclined 3x4 screen. And when you're doing a side scroller, the last thing in the world you want to fool with is not having enough horizontal real estate, because while there are horizontal levels in Contra, the vast majority of it is, while there are vertical levels in Contra, the vast majority of it is horizontal. Okay, we're going to stop here. This boss can no longer defend itself. The first stage boss itself. I can't believe I died twice. I'm going to take a look at the comments here for a second. Facts are facts. Somebody, oh yeah, oh thank you, Rain Scott. I appreciate that. It's very kind of you. How bad is the audio, everybody? Can you hear okay? I'm curious. Let me know. Folks are already dropping out. I hope I'm not boring you too bad. There's no mad Contra skills here. 2 lives down, 88 to go. Let's see, we're good. Okay. Oh yeah, we should make it pretty far. With some practice, again, this is the kind of game. One of the reasons I like Contra so much is that if you are good enough, you can get to the end of this game, like just on skill. Okay, now that I just got robbed. The little red bouncy guy is the guy with the weapon power up, and I shot him, but the stage ended at the same time. You see, we switch from these horizontal levels, these little vertical levels. What I have to do is blow those little oh, come on. Come on! One nice thing about Contra is your basic weapon is not actually useless, so if I don't get a power-up, it's not the end of the world. The assault rifle is actually okay. But I still want to get a better weapon, hopefully a spread gun, as soon as I can, because it's just better. So these little things I'm blowing up cause the walls to explode. I should have waited for the red guy to come out. This is an example of how to play Contra badly. So in this late stage, I blow these things up as they come at me. So that gun up above, all I have to do is destroy the circly thing, but it's good to take the guns out. All right, now if I, yeah, that was stupid. Oh look, I'm gonna miss this guy again. Oh yeah, Contra ineptitude at work here, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Okay, good, the audio's fine, good. Okay, so now we're here. Now if I try to walk forward, I'll zap myself on that force field. So what I have to do is clear these. But these stages are just kind of interstitials. And again, in the arcade, oh wow, I've lost 4 lives now. Come on, give me that. Oh, I got the flame. Flame's stupid. Nobody wants the flame. Flame's lame. Lame flame. Now Contra, as fun as it is one player, can be enjoyed 2 players simultaneous, but it's actually harder that way. I'm playing at a little bit of a disadvantage because I don't have sound on my end, which means I can't actually hear when I am and am not hitting these, and the little tingy sound helps a little, but this stage is so easy that I'm not going to have to worry about that. I'm just taking my time here. This is actually, I should not have gotten the flame gun. I should have just let it go. I mean, it's not awful, but it's kind of pointless. All right. So why is Contra good? You're a small sprite, and that counts a lot in really reactionary, oh, well, I died already. High-speed games, it's really important to have a small sprite. As much as I like these 16-bit Contras, and they're great, your sprites are a little bigger and they're actually a little easier to hit. Whereupon small sprites in old 8-bit games mean that agility and dodging are just so intuitive. You see how I can just weave between bullets. Not me, but a better player than me can just weave between the bullets here. And that's part of the fun. You can shoot in midair and all 8, oh, I died there. Shoot in midair in all 8 directions. But this is, you remember, oh, here we go. This is an example of kind of the early ascendance of Konami onto the NES. Konami's games for the Nintendo Entertainment System are some of the most standout in the history of the console. And this is one of the earlier kind of groundbreaking titles. Oh my goodness, I'm dying so much. I apologize to everyone for my ineptitude yet again. All right, so now I'm going to ride the elevator of victory, and we're going to go back to a different kind of stage. Heading on here. All right, taking a peek at the chat here. Somebody said facts are facts, but I missed what that was. All right, now we're going to play a vertical stage. So this is the famous waterfall stage, which when you saw it in 1988, you were just like, oh, I can't believe this is happening in my house. This computer must have 6,000 bits. But it's just, you know, now you look at it, and it's a 16-color display, fairly simple stuff going on here. This was mind-bending. There's the laser, another okay weapon, but again, there's just no reason not to either use the machine gun or the spread gun. The spread gun's actually the best. See this guy hiding in the water up here? He's like, hey, I'm sneaky. I can't shoot him until he pops up. And he's going to launch his little launcher there, trying to get me out. All right. I love that the enemies have very kindly put helpful robotic turrets. So this game called Contra, not actually about the Iran-Contra affair of the 1980s, not about the Central American civil wars going on at the time around the Contras. Yeah, I was asking him to die there. This game, oh, come on. And I got the wrong one again. Wow. This is kind of, guys, I'm embarrassed. I just am. All right, well, now I'm invincible for a second. That's useless. I mean, the way I'm dying, I guess. I'm not kidding that there was a time that getting through this in like a single life was not out of the realm of possibility, but it has been a while. I should probably start practicing these before I play them in front of people, huh? But we're doing all right. We're climbing the waterfall. The NES natively, as I understand it, and I'm not an expert on NES hardware, although there's some very wonderful books written about it, in particular a book called I Am Error that I recommend everyone read. It could handle horizontal scrolling or vertical scrolling, but it seems like, oh, come on. It seems like it couldn't handle both at the same time without the addition of special chips. Okay, there's a machine gun. That's actually pretty good. I should go get that over there. I'm climbing slowly here. It's waterfall. Oh, I'm going to die. No, I'm not. Oh, come on! See, this is why I shouldn't stream. Okay, now I'm trapped under this gun. I'm just going to try to get from under it. Okay. Yeah, so this is Contra for Not Good Players by Jared. Let's climb the waterfall here a little bit. I want to take a look at the comments here in a second. I want to get up here to the boss. We'll see a boss here in a second. I'm going to pause, take a peek at the comments. Haven't played 30 years of base in this metric, doing fine. Shaking off the rust a bit, definitely. Yeah, all right. Let's see. Yeah, well, thank you. You guys are very encouraging. Ladies and gents, I appreciate it. Okay, I love this guy. Look at him. Now, you don't actually have to blow his arms off. You can, but you don't have to. The main thing is shooting his mouth while it's open. If I had the spread gun, this guy would already be dead. It's much like Konami's shooters. If you get the best weapon and you can hold on to it, it provides you an infinite damage. And that's kind of where I should have gone with. I would probably be about 5 lives up if I'd have held that spread gun from the first stage. I'll stop talking about the spread gun and apologizing and just kill him. So now he's very easy to avoid. He's pretty easy to avoid anyway, but this was just mind-blowing stuff. Anyway, the NES in its earlier incarnations could not handle both horizontal and vertical scrolling at the same time, most likely, so they added memory mapper chips that let you do both. But this game, I don't think it's built around that. I think it's built around just scrolling either horizontal or vertical on different stages, which is a really cool design thing to do. It's a gorgeous game, especially for early. I mean, 88's really early. So it improves on the arcade game by giving you a lot more room to move by making your sprite smaller. It throws a lot of enemies at you very quickly, but you can always see them coming because there's a wide horizontal axis. It takes these stages, which were more designed around that arcade vertical hardware, and widens them out a little bit, so your target's very clearly defined. There we go, made that work. Now we just advance forward. And you can notice that kind of choppy effect as I hop between the screens here. So this time, I'm going to do the hangout thing and wait for the jumpy red guy, because that's my best chance to get a power up. And if you're playing pro, you wait for a jumpy red guy to show up. See, the jumpy red guy is going to show up on the stage. I'm saying that maybe he doesn't show up on the screen. Maybe I've already. Oh, there he is, jumpy red guy. Come on. And he gives me the fire again. Come on. I don't want this. I want a gun that shoots where I point it. Alright, well, there we go. We're taking that out anyway. I don't get to hear the really cool music. This game has great 8-bit music. The NES had a very interesting sound chip. Nothing sounds quite like it. It's not as... I don't think it's as versatile as something like the Commodore SID chip, which was a contemporary. But it does have this very neat sound that's all its own. And there it is. All right. Oh, come on, red jumpy guy. And the laser. That's a little better. The problem with the laser is patience. Contra, you want to press the button all the time, but the laser will do this. See how I'm pressing the button? It just turns into sort of a flamethrower in front of you and doesn't actually go anywhere. The moment I press the button, it resets. So you have to be a little disciplined. It'll shoot all the way across the screen, but you have to be more patient. It's the only weapon in the game where you don't want to pound the fire button relentlessly, which makes it a little harder to get your head around and use. Okay, so we're hoping for spread gun here now. None of this. None of this. Okay, we're gonna wait for the jumpy guy. And we're gonna miss him. So the way to hit the jumpy guy is to do this. You can shoot in midair, which I should be doing instead of ducking. That's how you hit jumpy guy. I would demonstrate that if I could actually hit jumpy guy. Okay, well, we'll jump around for a while. One of my favorite things to do in Contra is just to jump around the screen like this, because you have a great sense. Oh, look! By jumping around to show you that, I missed jumpy guy. Ha ha! I'm so bad at video games. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So we're almost through. This is the second and final of these kind of stages here. Where really the next stage is where things get a little more real and the game starts to get a little harder. Up to this point, it's kind of a cakewalk, I say, as I've died 15 times and cheated to get this far. But with a very little practice and warming up, you can get to where you can blast through these stages, no problem. It's really fun. Even now, it's got a feel to it that is difficult to qualify. Everything you just sort of fly around the screen. You feel like you're absolutely in control of everything. Oh look, the fire gun. Hey, there's that again. It's my favorite weapon. Okay, we're gonna pause here a second, look at the chat. Hey, good morning, folks. Let's see. Somebody was asking if I'm going to be D3 this year. I actually have no idea. Don't know. Do not know. Thank you for asking. All right, what we got here? Killed the big giant thing on the wall. You ever think that the enemies just hid these panels instead of making them big and glowy? That maybe they wouldn't die. So why Contra? Why play it? If you had a little brother, like I did, or a little sister, or an older brother or an older sister, Contra was great because it did support 2-player simultaneous play. Now that made the game much harder, but it still gave you, when your parents were screaming at you to pay attention to your little brother, instead of doing something that they wanted to do, you could just play Contra. And even if you were playing a kind of a reduced effectiveness version of Contra, it was still fun. I like this boss. You can only... Oh, I forgot about the bubbles. You can only hit this boss when he's solid. You see how they choose actually using the flicker effect? of the NES right there from having a lot of sprites on the same line. When they're transparent like that, when it's using the flicker effect, you can't hit them. So the NES had trouble showing too many things on the same horizontal axis, and they're using its own liabilities there to create a kind of a neat special effect. I really like that. At least I assume that's how that's working. You know, I could just be making that up too. That's possible. I don't think so though. All right, we're gonna. You do look at that. You can just jump. If you die in Contra, it is your fault, and that's one of the things to love about it. Also, these guys are kind of taking their damage with them. You see, I'm working on these guys on the right, and they're starting to do the traditional 8-bit boss thing and flash of color. That's how you know. That's how you know they're on their way out. Also, you can kind of reduce the firepower of enemies. You have several different panels. Like, I didn't have to approach this fight this way. I could spread my fire between these two different dudes. I could have not even taken out that middle panel. It's like, do I want to reduce the enemy firepower? It's very much informed by shmups. Konami at this point had done Gradius. Salamander was around the same time. Life Force was going to come not too long after this. And so they were very much a company that thought about things in terms of space shooters. And the boss fights in Contra largely feel like space shooter battles with multiple kind of turrets. And you see, on this level, except for the fact that I'm a dude sprite instead of a spaceship, in a lot of ways, this would effectively be a fight from a shooter game that was vertically oriented. Which is one of the things I like about it. It's another reason that I think the original Contra arcade game was in vertical hardware, because any shooter that scrolls up, it's nice to have on a vertical monitor in a pre-HD world. Let's see. I like the spread gun because I had terrible aim. Yeah, the spread gun is the one you want to have. Oh, lots of F is the favorite weapon? Wow, great. Oh, look, I've only got 7 lives left. I'm probably going to die on this stage, and we're probably going to have to continue. Wow, I cannot believe I'm going to have to use a continue in Contra. Even this rusty, I figured 30 lives were more than enough to finish it. And there's one down right there because I have made the fatal mistake on the snow stage of underestimating Turret Guy. So, yeah, you saw how I just walked into that guy was there. Now, I did. I had the warning. I had enough warning. I did not need to die. I love this. One of my favorite music options. You just jump. Oh, good, machine gun. Now, if I can avoid dying stupidly for a while, this is a great weapon. It's simple. I simply hold down my fire button, no more tapping, and I kind of spray liquid death wherever I go. Now, if I'm cautious, just hang around up here, I will eventually be able to jump up and hit this guy. I can't stand still and shoot because the NES only has 2 buttons. So if I press like down, I do this. So what you do is you jump up and angle your shots, and you have such perfect control in the air that you can take people out like that, which is a lot of fun. I'm starting to feel a little more. I'm going to die then when I say this, but I'm starting to feel a little better about the game. Now, what do we have here? Oh, that's an R. That's a rapid. Okay. So that makes any other gun fire faster. And so if I do pick up spread here in a minute, that's going to be great. These grenades coming out of nowhere, there's nothing I can do about it. I just have to dodge them. They don't hurt me in midair. The explosions are all that hurt me. So, but you got to constantly be ready for that quick drop there. And this is another one of the reasons that I think 8-bit is where Contra is king, is because that super small sprite, the responsiveness. That was probably the spread gun on the bottom, is what I'm almost positive it was. That's all right. I've got a good weapon. I'm not going to complain. Now we got these little hidey guys. He's gonna launch a grenade. I got to be ready to dodge. There we go. It's not pure memorization. Now this is a pain. This is a pain. We're going to get the bulldozer here in a second. So the bulldozer's going to come right at me, and I've just got to hope I hit it enough before time runs out to kill it. I can actually stand here, but I don't know if I'm going to do enough damage. It's always really close. Oh no, it's going to kill me. It's going to kill me. I didn't do enough. You have to pour on fire from the very first second. It can be killed, but the bulldozer tends to be the end of me. So there's that. This guy's actually vulnerable once you get behind him. There's really no reason for me even trying to do that. Okay, now again, you can shoot this thing fast enough to kill it, but I've never been any good at it. Yeah, why did I do that? I don't know. I'm just trying to get the other side of it. Oh, no, no. Stupid Jared. Ah, look at that. I've only got the 3 little medals up there. You see my lives finally dropping off. Oh no! Oh no! Because the boss at the end of this level, he can soak a lot of damage. I'm a little worried about him. Without a special weapon, he's a pain. Oh! Oh no! Oh good, good. That works. Old trick works. Sometimes you change your sprite shape. If you've got something right off the edge of the screen you can't grab, and sometimes you can grab it. You see how I did the flip to change the actual shape of my sprite and be able to reach it again? Computers were primitive. I mean, the NES, if you think about it, the NES was a 6502 processor, or a variant of the 6502 family. Extremely limited 8-bit processor, only running at a little over 2 megahertz, if you can believe it. And more importantly than the raw megahertz, it was not doing as much per calculation, like as much per cycle as you're used to from something like that. So even the laser is actually not bad for this fight, except when he gets down here. Oh, no! Oh, I did it! I did it! All right! Yay! Okay, so I'm going to continue off this level, which is good, because here I'm absolutely going to die. We're going to have to restart. Before we enter the stage, I'm going to take a look at the chat for a minute. What are hitboxes? Somebody made a laughy face. A hitbox is an area where... Okay, so when you make a sprite in a sprite-oriented video game like Contra, which are the little graphic guys, there's a box or a series of boxes that are invisible underneath that, defined by the processor, that are the places where it's searching for collisions. It's looking for the math from like bullets or enemies, and anytime the math says the geometry of that little rectangle or series of rectangles under my guy touches one of those, that's how it knows that you got hit. And if I get hit, I die because it's a one-hit kill. So that's what a hitbox is. In a fighting game, your favorite fighters, if you're playing like Street Fighter or something like that, or Mortal Kombat 11, underneath them are just like a load of hitboxes. Well, maybe not MK11 because it's 3D, that's a little different. But and so they're just a huge set of geometric shapes to watch for. So sometimes you can overlap a sprite, the graphic with something, but the hitbox doesn't actually touch it. And when you turn into this little ball, the shape of my little rectangle inside my guy changes a little bit, and that's how I was able to detect that I was touching that thing there. Hey, thanks so much for the kind words, everybody. And for those of you that are still with me. I understand this is a kind of an odd journey here through ancient Contra. So we're getting okay, now the machine gun is just better than the laser in most circumstances. Well, that didn't matter, did it? Oh my gosh. Yeah. All right, we're doing this. We're gonna burn through this game. We can make it. We can make it. We can do it. All right. So again, I walk right into the booby trap, which is clearly visible on the screen. What a way to go. Okay, so trigger. Oh, well. You know what? I got 2 lives left here. There's no way I'm making it to the end of the stage. I'm just going to let the last one go so we can start over with full, so you don't have to watch me replay the stage. There we go. All right. So again, you do have limited continues in Contra, so it is possible for me not to make it to the end of this game. I think at the pace we're at, even as badly as I'm playing, we're going to make it based on the cheat code. But once again, that code burned into the mind's eye of my generation. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, start. Why do you always hear BA select start? Because that's for 2 players. And that's which gives both of you 30 lives. That code used in a lot of games, including now some non-Konami games. The earliest I ever remember seeing it is Konami's Gradius, where if you hit the pause menu, it doesn't work from the title screen, but if you hit pause and enter that code, it gives you all the weapons in the game, or most of the weapons in the game. And then from there, it sort of became a tradition. I believe it was originally a debug code. So, oh my gosh, I forgot about this. Okay, so you set it off, and jump. No, that's not it either. You know what? We're just going to go down here. It's been a while. I think that there is a way to cross that. I don't know what I did wrong there. I'm not sure. There we go. Okay, so now famous 8-bit video game challenge, counting things. Math, very important to obstacles in old side-scrollers. Now you see right there, I accidentally jumped through the platform. I was trying to be too quick. All of my deaths in this game are absolutely my fault. Contra, unlike many NES games, is not particularly cheap. When you die, it is your fault. Well, he says as he curses the computer for dying. Alright, so if I can get to that B, invincible for a second. That'll let me run. Now the problem is I can't hear the music, so I don't know when my invincibility ends, but... Kill this guy first. Oh, I should have run through that whole section. I'm still glowing invincible. Oh, I just missed such an opportunity. Oh, that's alright. Main thing to remember is you just can't jump past this stuff. Oh, what happened? Oh, that was just my finger slipping off the duck button. Oh, my goodness. Alright. I'm going to pause for questions here for a second. Wizard got turned into a vulture in D&D. That's incredible. Oh, okay. Somebody actually knew what a quick box was. Still tempted to pick up a Retron 5. The newer ones have better quality control, right? Somebody asks. Actually, I don't know. I am not conversant on the various models of Retron 5. Mine works fine. And that's really all I know. I use original controllers with mine, and I find it quite... Oh, that was... Come on, Jared. That's just... See, that one feels like it should be reactive, but in reality is... Oh, wait, is this Big Robot? I hate Big Robot. Oh, yeah, it's Big Robot. Oh, man. Look at that. He's got Frisbees of Doom. He jump kicks you in the head. This guy was usually... I talked about being able to... There was a time that I could pretty much one-life this. This guy was always the one place where I had the most trouble. He's not hard, but I just suck at fighting him. And man, do I miss the spread gun with him. Because all the time he's just jumping up in the air there, you're hitting him instead of... I also love how palette swaps in old video games, and in new, I guess, indicate that the guy is taking damage. I mean, why would your clothes change color when you're taking damage, other than blood? Does he have purple blood? And if he does, then why does it suddenly turn orange blood? Why is this happening? What is the logic behind this? I don't know. Video game logic, oh, he's dead. All right, there we go. We're getting close to the end now. We've only got 2 stages left. Let's see. How dare you hold me accountable for my old screw-ups. That's not the word you use, but that's the word I'm going to use. Okay. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, it's evil. So oh, look, it's F. Some people like it. I'm not one of them. Okay, let's kill the mine car because that just gets you killed. Yeah, sorry, this one's evil. I think I usually prefer to go over the top here. Oh, wait, I'm not sure I can anymore. Oh, yeah. I guess I could go back and go over the top, probably. All right, no, edge of the screen. The tyranny of the screen edge. See, this one has like a weird pattern. And it's got, you gotta be, but yeah, okay, it does work. There's rapid. Okay, so these, right there, that there's a spiky wall. But you're talking about hitboxes earlier, and yes, you guys know what hitboxes are, so I apologize if I sounded patronizing when somebody asked. I actually thought it was an honest question. I don't know cynicism when I hear it. Here we are, let's take this wall out. I'm not quite sure why this person bothered, you know, the evil alien force, because again, we're not fighting the military, we're fighting evil aliens from outer space. I'm not sure why the military decided that big spiky walls were going to be the answer. Why not put big spikes on the floor? That seems a little more dangerous to me. What makes this a little irritating is the guys coming at you, because you have to move your whole body to turn direction just a little bit, and you can slip under those spikes or under those claws. All right, now here's one of my favorite things in Contra. We don't need that. Yeah, the only way to get up there is to ride the minecart, and I don't need the invincibility that bad. No, watch, I'm going to die horribly the moment. Like, I don't need the invincibility. Just die. But I do love leaping up in the air and firing down. Like, it's just so much fun. It's a really pretty game, again, especially for early NES. It's just, like, shockingly good looking. Oh, that was probably a useful weapon. I do believe this is the most Contra I have ever played without holding onto a spread gun. I don't think I can make that jump. Now, I certainly can't get up there, so I'm going to have to try. But I actually don't think that jump is makeable. Okay, there we go. Oh, it is. I'm just bad at video games. Alright, there we go. Well, no special weapon. I think there's like an obnoxious part here where like one of these is here and then a little wall pops up also. But that might have been on a different elevation. Maybe it's right here that it happens again. Oh yeah, it's just like, hey, What's more powerful than one wall, three walls? Why aren't those walls shooting at me? Why aren't those guns instead of spikes? These aliens can build like big glowy walls and shiny fortresses. I'm going to take a look at the chat. Taking a peek here. There we go. Contra 4 is on DS, you think? Yes, and it's very good. Yes, Contra 4 on DS is wonderful. If you've never played it, yeah, somebody says the flamethrower does a lot of damage to bosses, and they're correct about that. This level is a pain in the butt two-player. Yes, it is. Trying to get through here, and most two-player games on the NES are a lot of fun, but the really fun ones, I can't remember who I first heard point that out, are the easy ones. Playing a game like Double Dragon 2, which is fundamentally easy. Oh yeah, this is fun, isn't it? Here we go. I'll test your reflexes a little bit. It doesn't look hard, but it is. But yeah, when you're trying to do that with two people... Oh, and then I walk into a... Boo! Boo! Oh, I'm just being sloppy now. This is inexcusable. This is inexcusable. Oh, let's see what we're going to get down. Oh, that's right. These open up and become guns. There's this big jerk that comes to kill me. And yeah, okay. So we do not want to open that door yet. We want to kill the guns first. Yeah. So again, much like bosses in a space shooter, Gradius or a Life Force, there's lots of little things to kind of go after right before. My favorite space shooter, and I'll eventually play this for y'all, is the Guardian Legend. I have some new games on the way. Again, I just do this because I enjoy it, and I realize I'm doing a terrible job teaching the history right now. I probably should have gone a little more into that, but again, it's hard to think and shoot at the same time. So this is that sure was a door. There we are. That's a dead. We killed that door. Wow, what a boss! A door. Okay, and finally, the final stage. We're already there. Again, when you're not cheating and using 90 lives, the game a lot harder. Look at those xenomorphs! It's totally all xenomorphy. All right, there we go. Machine gun, heavy machine gun. We'll go very Metal Slug there for a second. Speaking of Metal Slug, I mean, you don't talk about games that feel like Metal Slug. That's Contra. Well, so Metal Slug is beautiful. We'll play some Metal Slug. Now, talk about a game I'm awful at. Metal Slug. Look at that thing! It's a giant alien. I love it. Oh, he's so gross and evil. I tell you what. When you were 8 years old, that was the coolest thing that ever happened right there. It's like, what? You go from like Atari 2600 to that. It's like, it's an evil alien head and it's spitting more aliens at me and there's evil alien eggs and it's all aliens. Oh, it's so cool. I love it. I love it. Kill this head. This stage is actually ridiculously easy. The final stage of Contra is kind of a joke. And the final boss is honestly kind of a joke. I mean, you have these things, they shoot like cotton balls at you, but cotton balls are not especially threatening, he says as he dies from a cotton ball. Oh yeah, I do hate that, and that's my fault. You guide your guy down. If you fall on a pole that way, it's totally my fault. No, I'm making a mistake. I could stay around to shoot the cotton balls, but without an MG, I'm better off just avoiding them. There's really not a lot of reason to shoot cotton balls if you can avoid it until you get to the end of the stage. Space cotton balls, mouths spitting, space spit at you. They're gonna kill you with their mouths. They're gonna kill you with their mouths. You're gonna die from their mouths. That's my song. I wrote a song. Oh, there we go. That guy killed me. Oh, we're almost to Red Falcon already. Yes, Red Falcon, the leader of the aliens from Contra. These are, oh, there he is. We get the edge of Red Falcon off their neck. What is Red Falcon? The alien leader. Red Falcon turns out to be a big, gross heart. And again, not that big a deal now, but I'll tell you what, 8-year-old Jared's like, what? What? I guess it would have been 9-year-old Jared probably. I don't know. I don't know how time works. So one thing, we're going to go ahead and do it because I think we got enough lives to pull it off. One of the interesting things about Red Falcon is you can render him totally vulnerable. Yeah, we got enough lives to do this, and I'm not. I shouldn't be dying at all. I just got impatient there. You can kill these little spore things, and you can actually render him completely defenseless, and then just be like, "Hey, what's up?" Because these little things are spitting pseudo xenomorphs at you. Die. I'm taking out this There we are. We can just be killing him, but we're not going to do it. We'll make him suffer. Make him suffer. Well, maybe that's boring for everybody. I don't know. My ineptitude at video game playing, combined with like my performance anxiety, combined with my just natural fear that I'm boring everyone, there is a way to get that one too. Now I'm just doing it. You know, when you're a kid, you had these games and you paid a lot of money for them, and so that's what you play. And so eventually, you just be like, I wonder if I can kill that thing. And I can, but let's not do it. We're just gonna stand here because that guy can't reach me anyway. Now we're gonna kill this big heart. Oh, we gave it a heart attack. Oh, we saved the galaxy. Oh yeah, well, yeah. I'm terrible at it today too. I died like 50 sometimes or something. And there we go. Look at this triumph. Flying away. The Japanese version of this game, interesting, also has like some cutscenes in it, a few other differences. It's more graphically impressive than the original Contra. Congratulations, you destroyed the vile Red Falcon and saved the universe. Consider yourself a hero. Thank you, I will consider myself a hero. Absolutely, I'm going to do it. I consider myself a hero at this very moment. A hero of the people, a hero of collecting. And now a fun little bit from old Japanese video games. They were afraid that people would get poached by their companies, so they didn't always put full names, and sometimes they used pseudonyms in the games. This one actually we have names with abbreviations, which is kind of interesting. And you find that so the end of some video games, you'd find like James Banana, which was always kind of great. What do we got here? Jared, can you think of a game that was kind of like Blaster Master graphically, but there are also spaceship sections? I don't remember if they're side-scrolling or vertical. I know that's vague, but I've been trying to find this game for years. Is it Section Z you're thinking of, maybe? It could be Section Z. Could be... Macross is kind of like that. Could be... You could be talking about Thexter. That kind of sounds like Thexter with spaceship sections. It look kind of like Blaster Master. Could be Journey to Silius. That comes to mind. A few others. There we go. So, oh, thank you for stopping by super fast and saying hi. Hey guys, I mean, I know you got better things to do on a Saturday afternoon than watch me play an old video game, but I really appreciate that you did it. That was awfully kind of you. Thanks for coming along for this little ride. So once again, this is ReCollection, and every now and then I'm just going to plug a new old game from my collection in and play it. We'll talk about it and play together. Sometimes I'll die horribly, sometimes I'll play well. We'll see what happens there. So we're back to the New Game Plus, but I'm done for now. Thank you, friends, for dropping by. Thank you for saying so many nice things. I appreciate all the kind words everybody's brought. Once again, Contra, cheap. Very inexpensive video game as NES games go. So if you have a Retron or an old NES or a Famicom of some kind, this is a cartridge you can pick up for just a few dollars. It's one of the best games on the system. I never get tired of playing it. I say as I haven't played it in a while, but I never have gotten tired of playing it. Every time I grab it, I end up playing it again. Thank you for watching. I'll have a good one, and I'll post another one of these very soon. I've got some pretty neat stuff on the way that I kind of want to show off. So hopefully you can have a good time watching that. All right, friends, I'll see you next time.